Aerial bridge, angler management, one other looking for your 2 o'clock lift.
Roger that, Cap. That might even tie in with the Burns Harbor coming in.
Roger.
About 5-6 minutes away. I'll be letting you guys in first, so.
Aerial bridge, the Burns Harbor, mile and a half out.
Copy that, Cap. On my way up. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Calling the Duluth aerial bridge, the Slowman Discover.
See aerial bridge, go ahead, Cap.
Yeah, just give me a heads up, looking for an opening in about an hour.
Okay, if you can give me a call by that mile and a half marker, we'll make sure we're up and ready for you. Thanks, Cap. Aerial bridge to the Century.
The Century.
Hi, Captain. Yeah, I think I'll be going down just to get some traffic out of here, and I'll go right up again when you hit that mile and a half marker.
Okay, sounds good. Who was that saying they might be coming out?
No, that's nobody coming out. They're coming in. They're behind you.
Oh, okay. All right, perfect. Thank you.
I think his name is Slowman.
Slowman. Okay, thank you.
Talk to that, Scott. I'll start her up.
Good afternoon, visitors. Right now we have the Burns Harbor entering the Duluth Ship Canal. Burns Harbor was built in 1980 by the Bay Shipbuilding Company of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. She measures 1,000 feet in length, 105 feet in width, and 56 feet in depth. She is powered by 4 3,600 horsepower, 20-cylinder General Motors diesel engines, which give her a top speed of 14 knots or about 16 miles per hour. She is also equipped with 1,500 horsepower bow and stern thrusters to aid her maneuverability in port. Burns Harbor has 37 hatches on her deck, which open into cargo holds, 7 cargo holds located below deck. Each hatch covering measures 56 by 11 feet. She has a maximum carrying capacity of 78,900 tons. Above her deck is a 250-foot self-unloading boom, which allows her to load her own cargo. Salute, which is a traditional greeting between the ships and the bridge. Ship initiates a greeting with 1 long blast followed by 2 short blasts, and the bridge responds with the same thing. Burns Harbor has a maximum carrying capacity of 78,900 tons. Above her deck is a 250-foot self-loading boom, which allows her to load her own cargo at a rate of 10,000 tons per hour without the aid of shoreside equipment. Burns Harbor is currently owned and operated by the American Steamship Company of Williamsville, New York. Burns Harbor was originally built for the Bethlehem Steel Corporation and was named in honor of Bethlehem Steel's newest steel-making complex at Burns Harbor, Indiana at the time of her launching. She sailed to Superior, Wisconsin on her maiden voyage in September of 1980 for a load of iron ore pellets. Typically during the shipping season, they are more likely to go through the Superior entry, but this year things have changed around a little bit, and now they've become a frequent visitor to the Duluth Ship Canal instead. So as they come through, if they see any crew members on deck as they come through, make sure to give them a big wave and welcome them back to the Twin Ports. The Burns Harbor will be heading over to the Kenai National Ore Dock to load iron ore pellets, and they'll be delivering that cargo to her namesake port on Lake Michigan. Once again, we have the Burns Harbor running through the Duluth Ship Canal, built in 1980, 1,000 feet in length, 78,900 ton carrying capacity, owned and operated by the American Steamship Company. And once again, they're on their way in today to load iron ore pellets at the Kenai National Ore Dock in West Duluth for Burns Harbor, Indiana.
Calling Duluth Airlift Bridge, Century. We're at a mile and a half here.
Got you sighted in there, Cap. We'll get things started. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Duluth Airlift Bridge. Duluth Airlift Bridge. This is the Vista Star. We'd like to share this lift.
Roger that, Cap. After you come in, or what?
Is he pretty close?
You can peek and see.
Yeah, I'll wait for him.
Give him a show. Yeah, he's pretty decently close.
All right.
Good afternoon, visitors. The boat that you are seeing arrive in the Duluth Ship Canal is the American Century. The American Century was built as the Columbia Star in 1981 by the Bay Shipbuilding Company of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. She measures 1,000 feet in length, 105 feet in width, and 56 feet in depth. She is powered by four 3,500 horsepower, 20-cylinder General Motors diesel engines, which give her a top speed of 14 knots, or about 16 miles per hour. She is also equipped with a 1,500 horsepower bow and stern thrusters to aid maneuverability in port. The American Century has 37 hatches on deck, which open into 7 cargo holds below. She has a maximum carrying capacity of 78,900 tons, and above her deck is a 250-foot self-unloading boom, which allows her to unload her own cargo at a rate of 10,000 tons per hour without the aid of shoreside equipment. The American Century is owned and operated by the American Steamship Company of Williamsville, New York. The American Century was bought, along with 5 other Ogilvy Norton ships, in 2006 by the American Steamship Company for $120 And what you folks just heard there was a Captain Saluter Standard Salute, communication initiated by the American Century and returned in kind by the Aerial Lift Bridge. Now, the American Century was originally named in honor of the brig Columbia, the first vessel to move iron ore through the Sioux Locks in 1855, and she made her maiden voyage from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin to Silver Bay, Minnesota in May of 1981 to load iron ore pellets. She carried a record cargo of 70,903 tons of western coal through the Sioux Locks in 1997. Only hauling iron ore pellets or western coal, she is one of 13,000-foot vessels that currently operate on the Great Lakes. The American Steamship Company is one of the largest American fleets on the Great Lakes. The company has a long history going back to its founding in Buffalo, New York in 1907, and they currently operate 6,000-foot vessels on the lakes. Once again, folks, the boat that you're seeing arrive is the American Century, built in 1981 by the Bay Shipbuilding Company of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. If you happen to see any crew members on board, make sure to give them a wave and a warm welcome back to the Twin Ports. We have them coming in for a load of iron ore pellets.
Duluth Aerial Bridge, the Slowman Discover, mile and a half. Duluth Aerial Bridge, Slowman Discover. Duluth Aerial Bridge, Slowman Discover on 10, mile and a half.
Gotcha, Cap. Bridge going back to 1-6, but yeah, we're starting to lift here shortly.
Okay, back to 1-6.
Good afternoon, visitors. The boat that you're seeing arrive in the Duluth Ship Canal is the Slowman Discoverer. The Slowman Discoverer was built in 2012 by a Chinese shipyard. She measures approximately 453 feet in length, 69 feet in width, and 36 feet in depth. She is powered by a 7,200 horsepower, 6-cylinder Mack diesel engine, which gives her a top speed of 14.5 knots, or about 16.7 miles per hour. She is also equipped with 500 horsepower bow thruster to aid maneuverability in port. The The Slowman Discoverer has 3 hatches on deck, which open into 3 cargo holds below. She has a maximum carrying capacity of 9,600 tons. Above deck are 2 cranes which allow her to unload or load general cargo, like pallets or other project equipment. Slowman Discoverer is currently owned and operated by Slowman Neptune of Bremen, Germany, while they are registered in Antigua and Barbuda. The registered country isn't necessarily where the ship or crew are from, but whose laws the ship or crew follow. The Slowman Discoverer is on its way to unload project cargo at Port Terminal 8 from Germany. So, as they're making their way in here, please make sure, if you haven't seen anybody on board, give a wave and a warm welcome and arrival to the Twin Ports. Once again, the Slowman Discoverer, built in 2012 and sailing under the flag of Antigua and Barbuda. And what you folks just heard there was Captain Salute or Standard Salute, initiated by the Slowman Discoverer and replied to in kind by the aerial lift bridge. Once again, folks, the Slowman Discoverer coming in, built in